I'm a day 1 player with over 1000 days in Genshin. I've also always had the Welkin Moon, purchased most of the battle pass, and bought all of the bundles at least once in the shop to get constellations for certain characters, amounting to about $2,000 spent in total. This is my account showcase. Hello everyone, ChargeCoin here, and this is my account showcase. Thank you so much to Mufasa-sama for suggesting it in his comments. Okay, so I guess first up, let me first share about the characters that I have on this $2,000 account, yeah? So, as you can see over here, I generally have most of the characters in the game. Yeah. Okay, and what I'm actually missing right now is the 4-star Kirara. I didn't get her yet. Then Deya from the standard banner. I mean, I wouldn't really want to lose 50-50 to her. So anyway, then for the limited 5 stars, I'm just missing 3. Mainly, I don't have Kokomi because the other time I wanted to pull for her, but unfortunately, because with Fontaine so close, I really couldn't bring myself to do it. You know, yeah. Then after that, we also have I don't have Child. Child, honestly, I really like his playstyle though, even though a lot of people may complain about his cooldowns and stuff, but I really like his playstyle. But the thing is that somehow I just don't have the, luck with him. I always lose 50-50 on his banner. Either that, or somehow his banner is just beside like other characters that I am anticipating. For example, this time he's coming back in 4.0, but as I'm kind of anticipating getting Focalors, Furina, I unfortunately can't really pull for him in 4.0 as well. And last but not least, for the character I don't have is Klee. So for Klee wise, actually, I really like her design, she's very cute and things like that, but I lost the 50-50 to Tainari when I tried to get her, and I guess since I am guaranteed now, I decided against pulling for her. Who knows, maybe next time, So yeah, these are all of the characters that I currently have. I'm just missing 3 limited 5 stars, 1 standard banner 5-star, which is Deya, and 1 4-star Kirara. Okay, so these are the characters that I have. Okay, so regarding the characters' builds themselves, let me showcase what kind of teams I have first, okay? So, let me see. Alright, so for the teams that I have, right, mainly, you find quite funny, I'm not sure if you do the same as well, but I do like to, my first few teams are always teams of that particular region or nation. So, for example, I have a Mondstadt team, as you can see over here. Although it's not, say, perfectly optimized, I just want a team full of characters from that region. So, I have a Mondstadt team, I have a Liyue team. I mean, honestly, this is one of the best Hu Tao teams that are right there, with Yelan, Xingqiu, and Zhongli. Yeah. Then, after that, for Inazuma, this team has no synergy at all. But I just felt like it's quite fun to put my favorite characters in this team for Inazuma. Then last but not least, for Sumeru at the moment, I have Nahida, Alhaitham, Cyno, and Nilo. Same thing here, they don't really synergize well with each other at all. I mean, okay, to be fair, Nahida, Nilo can trigger blooms, while Cyno can do Hyper Bloom and spread with his Elemental Burst. But Alhaitham, because it's on-field DPS, it doesn't really fit here as well. But who cares, it's just a nice and fun-looking team. Okay, and okay, moving on to the proper teams that I actually built. Okay, so surprisingly, the Archon team can actually work very well, with Venti actually swirling the Electro, Zhongli giving the shield, Raiden of course providing the Electro, while Nahida doing any aggravate or spread reactions with an elemental skill. So this team actually works pretty well. Okay, and after that, this my proper spread team without Venti. So I used Nahida to put the Seed of Skandha, and Tainari is there to act as the driver and also with his quick charged attacks. So this is surprisingly a pretty good team, so you can give it a try if you want to. And moving on, this is more like a Hyper Bloom team. So previously I was using Paizu, and I agree that Paizu is very good because of the healing that he can provide. But recently I just gave Alhaitham a try instead of Paizu, and I found that, oh, he's actually quite fun. And he acts as a really good driver due to his elemental infusion for his sword as well. Yeah, so and of course Xingqiu and Cookie Shinobu for the Hyper Bloom reactions, yeah. And up next, this is my freeze team. Obviously, Kokomi would be better than Ayato here in this case, but I just want to pair Ayaka and Ayato together, brother and sister. And honestly, I thought it worked pretty well due to the range of his elemental burst. I mean, this is one of my favorite teams to play in the Abyss. I mean, if sometimes I feel like Shenhe is overkill because, you know, too much damage, I can always swap her out to use Diona instead for the healing and the shield. Okay. Another team, of course, as everyone knows, is the Raiden national team. It's very good because all of Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Bennett all are energy intensive, and when they all use the when they all use the elemental burst, it will help Raiden to charge her, her ring, right? Which will make her burst even stronger. And when she uses her burst, she'll help to recharge everybody else's as well. So yeah, that is my Raiden national team. And last but not least, is my Yoimiya team. So I have Yunjing to boost her normal attack and normal attack speed because I have C6 Yunjing, and Zhongli for the shield. Of course, for the last slot, you can choose to have Xingqiu for some vaporized damage, or you can even swap to Bennett. Bennett. Where's my Bennett? Oh, right, sorry. So you can also swap to Bennett to provide that damage boost as well. So all of these teams, I would say, are teams that I generally enjoy using, and I really, just enjoy. So if you would like to try any of all these teams, you can feel free to give them a try as well. Okay? So I guess next up, let me show my characters and their builds. Okay? So, alright, for Venti, honestly, nothing much to say. Honestly, Venti is my very first limited 5-star character on the very first banner that was released in Genshin way back in 1.0. I really like him a lot, and I even cosplayed him. But unfortunately, these few days he just isn't that strong. So I cannot really bring myself to build him as much as my other characters. So he's just using the stringless, followed by stuff like Veridicum Venera. And as for Nahida, I went quite a bit for her. So I have her signature weapon, the 1000 Floating Dreams. And of course, I'm using the Deepwood Memories for her. So she can act like a sub DPS and things like that. Constellations wise, I have a C1 and C2. So I kind of went quite a lot for her. As for Zhongli, I do recommend giving him a HP build, but I kind of want him more something like a hybrid, so he can do some damage with his elemental burst and his pillars as well. So I gave him the Primordial Jade Spear, but his artifacts are the Tenacity of the Millilith. Yeah. Constellations wise, I have his C1, which allows him to get one more extra pillar, but that's just because I was lucky. And at that time, at his release, using his E or hold E doesn't really generate a pillar. So at that time, you really want that extra pillar to help him with that. But after that, of course, MiHoYo buffed him, and now he gets a shield whenever he uses his skill as well. Okay. Then last but not least, for the Archons, Raiden, I have her signature weapon, the Engulfing Lightning, and I'm using the 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate on her. And of course, for Constellations, as you just saw just now, I have a C3 as well. I really love when she pulls out the sword from her chest and the amount of damage that she can deal. Okay. For my other characters, I guess nothing much. So just, I guess, you know, as you can see, Ito, I have the Cinnabar Spindle for Albedo. Wanderer, I'm using a Lost Prayer just because this weapon came out from the standard banner. Yeah. Kazuha, I'm just using him normally as well. Xiao, I'm using a Deathmatch because I gave his Jade Spear to Sino, but I guess they're quite interchangeable, you know. Anytime I want to use Xiao, I can always give him the Jade Spear from Sino. So like this. Okay. For Shenhe, same thing. I just gave her the weapon with the most base attack. Eula, Serpent Spine. Ganyu, Prototype Crescent, because I have no other weapons for her at the moment. Yeah, Ayaka is one of my favorite characters as well. So I managed to get the Mist Splitter Reforged for her in just one pull on the weapon banner. So I wouldn't say exactly I splurged on her. So I'm quite happy that I managed to get this weapon so quickly. As for artifacts, I'm using the Blizzard Strayer, and I have her C2. Took me quite a lot of pulls, but I'm honestly quite happy getting one of the characters that I really like to C2. Okay. After that, Sino wise, as I mentioned earlier, interchangeable with Xiao, so sometimes I use Jade Spear on him. Okay. And Yae Miko, I actually put for her weapon because I really like interesting looking catalyst, like Nahida's what you call it, the lamp, yeah. And I like Yae's special I forgot what you call this thing in Japanese, but I just found it really cool that her weapon also applies to her being a shrine maiden, yeah. And after that, Baizu, I'm just using prototype Ember. I'm using Black Sword for Alhaitham. Tainari, I'm using the Viridescent Hunt because I just need some crit rate on him. Traveler, energy recharge. Nilo, same thing, Iron Sting. So Nilo honestly is very easy to build. Just build her with HP and I guess some elemental mastery for her blooms to be stronger, and that's it. Yeah. Ayato, also Black Sword. Yelan, I'm using Sacrificial Bow because her energy recharge just isn't that strong. So I decided to give her more energy recharge with the Emblem of Severed Fate so that she can get her burst back a lot more easily. Then Yoimiya, she's one of my favorite characters, and honestly I didn't intend to pull the Thundering Pulse for her. It's just that I lost on the weapon banner twice when I was trying to get a weapon for Nahida, and as such I have two Thundering Pulse, as you can see. And my favorite pyro character, Hu Tao. So Hu Tao, I actually got her on her very first banner, and I also put the Staff of Homa for her. Ultimately, the Staff of Homa, I think up till now, is still one of the strongest pole arms in the game, just because of the crit damage and the extra HP that it provides. And for Hu Tao, I'm using the 4-piece Crimson Witch of Flames, and I have her C1 to make it more, basically make it easier to use her in the Abyss, especially when you run out of stamina very quickly. Okay. As for Diluc, nothing much, just Serpent Spine. And I guess next up are some of the 4 stars. For Mika, I quite like him a lot as a Eula support, and I just really like his design and the crossbow that he uses. So I built him the Black Tassel for more healing. Cookie, quite easy, I just gave her Elemental Mastery Sword. Sarah, Sacrificial Bow for the high base attack. Or sometimes if I really want to do a nuke showcase, I can give her the Thundering Pulse just for more attack. Yeah. Then Fischl, yeah, just the stringless. Xingqiu, I'm using Sacrificial Sword because similar to Yelan, he also has energy recharge issues. So the Sacrificial Sword will definitely help him a lot on that aspect. And same with Yelan, the Emblem of Severed Fate will help as well. Barbara, nothing much. I basically I'm just making her a bloom support. Bennett wise, I use the Setwood Blade on him, mainly because the base attack for this Setwood Blade is extremely high, which allows him to deal higher damage nukes. What's more, the energy recharge is high as well, so it can allow him to get his burst back a lot easier. Okay. For Xiangling, we have the Catch. So the Catch is obviously one of the best 4-star free-to-play poems around, and honestly for Xiangling it's just perfect, given her poor energy recharge and the fact that it helps to increase her elemental burst damage and crit rate. Yeah. Jean wise, I just, didn't really build much, just give her more attack. Same thing for Qiqi, I didn't really touch her, just to give her more attack. For Ke Qing, it's kind of sad, but I didn't really build her that much. Although I did get her up to level 80. So I guess when I just want to do a showcase on her, I will give her the Mist Splitter. Yeah. Mona, previously I gave her the Wisdiv, but as of now, because I'm not really using her, I didn't really give her anything much now. Yeah. Okay, Yunjing. Yunjing is very good for normal attack boosting, so I gave her the Favonius Lance so that she can get her energy back faster to use her burst faster as well. Okay, same thing for Goro. So Favonius Warbow for higher energy recharge for her for his elemental burst. Nilo didn't build that much. Same thing for Faruzan, Favonius Bow for higher energy recharge. Sucrose, Fiona, same thing, more energy recharge, and so on. The rest of the characters I didn't really build as much. Yeah, so Thoma just for Burgeon. Yanfei for Burgeon as well. And if you have seen my video about Candice, I did try to build her with Favonius Lance to give her some energy recharge. Then after that, yeah, those are the main characters that I use at the moment. The rest I am planning to build, but not yet at the moment. Yeah, so these are the characters I have. Okay, moving on, let me also show you the number of Primogems I have before Fontaine releases. Okay, so as you can see over here, I have 23,174 Primogems with 5 intertwined fates remaining. And if you look at the shop itself, for the Star Glitter, I have 29 at the moment. So I can technically exchange for about 5 extra intertwined fates. Okay, Stardust, I also have quite a bit, so I'll be saving it for the monthly reset to purchase more intertwined fates and acquaint fates. Okay, so as for my hero wits, as you can see over here, I have 2,000 hero wits and also about 5,000 adventurers experience. So I would say that honestly, I'm quite set for leveling up any new characters that will be coming in the future. And what's more, I also have about 64,520,100 Mora. That's a mouthful. For any leveling up essential characters, essential weapons, and so on. So I'm pretty set for the future. Yeah. So that's it. That is the end of my account showcase. If there's anything else that you would like me to show, or you'd like to know about my account, you can feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll be happy to reply to that comment as well. Okay, so once again, thank you so much to everyone for helping me to get to 2,000 subscribers, and here's to many more in the future. Okay, thank you and see you next time. Bye bye.